Ew. Ew.
Oh!
Woo.
Happy
Woo.
Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Drinko. Cinco de Crunko. Whatever you want to
Cinco
call
de
it.
Quattro.
Cinco de Quattro. I don't know if that applies. But thank you all for joining us. A little bit late. Sorry. Take my festive red Bank of America glasses off. On a light Wednesday, hit us up with your calls and comments. But a couple tasty nuggets that I did want to get into. So I appreciate you all joining us here in Congress with us tonight. But Tyler, how are you doing this evening?
Doing good, man. Yeah, just having a good Wednesday on the downhill for the week now. So yeah, looking forward to the rest of the week. Looking forward to a fun show tonight. Ronnie, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing incredible. New job, who dis?
Yeah.
Seem to be leaving the bank. Thank you for the glasses. But we move on. We move on from that. Actually having an interesting job. Also working remote. I don't know. Tyler and I like ships in the night with that working remote. Seems like
That's right.
you're actually having to go to work now. And I'm going to be
Yeah.
working in my pajamas. But
Yeah.
great time to be alive. Could not be happier about that. Very excited. So we will talk about that a little bit more as we move on. But do hit us up in the comments. I did see we had plenty of early action from Jaime in the tailgate.
I'm always
Plus the
tailgating.
people who helped me get my tire fixed. Muchas gracias, Johnny and Joe. Shout out.
Shout out to
Friends
them.
of the program. Friends of the
Yeah.
program. Bill Bunton Auto Supply. 1101 West 2nd Street, a.k.a. Old 30, I'm assuming Old Highway 83, Mercedes, Texas, 78570. Please believe that.
There you go.
And, of course, tailgate time. Now that you're back on four wheels, you can tailgate properly. So
That's right.
we will get into some of the soccer talk there. Heading to Mexico tomorrow. Whew, man, a lot of things. But, as far as getting it across and then getting it to me, I don't know.
How about some? Can you bring me some Lucas? Some like real, like old school Lucas?
The one with the lead. The real one.
Yeah, that's
The
what I
real
want.
one.
Yeah.
The real one.
The stuff that'll take years off my life.
Also, honestly, Jaime, I had like a very bootleg Mexico national team jersey for a long time, but it was so bad. It was like, even like, you know me, I love bootlegs, but this one was just bad by my standard, and I just kept it around, and I thought I still had it. Maybe I didn't. I was looking around for it. I was like, you know what? I can't find it. We got to go set up for the show. What's the next most Mexican thing I could wear? Boom, Raiders jersey. Raiders shirt.
Perfect.
Yeah, representing for the raza. So, yes, achievement unlocked. And look forward to me being craned out at my house when I cannot be moved, refuse to move, whatever it is. But
it'll happen. It'll happen.
Thank you guys. You know what? Right off the top, this is very much a side piece. I'm going to fire this up as a side piece. As CEO Nick pointed out, Donovan, get your act together, angry CEO. We all know how, unfortunately, things ended in the season opener for the San Diego Loyal, which I am now a mini fan, but in supporter sections. Yes. Nick and I have invested. So, basically, we own part of the team. They go straight out on their ass, down 4-1 to Phoenix in the opening game of the season. And I don't think you guys fully realize how stressful, how traumatizing, just physically taxing that was. So, Landon, if you're watching, which I know you are, yes, I was hospitalized. And yes, it's fucking embarrassing. Let's get it together. Get it together.
Come on, pheasant.
I was still able to scowl in my weakened state, hooked up to all these machines and things, but and still wearing the mask. Thank you for the mask. Thank you, Northwest.
Northwest.
But let's get a little bounce back here. Let's show some hustle out there, boys. God, it's embarrassing.
tough start, but hey, it's a long season, right? Well, I don't know if it's a long season. I don't know
It
how
is a
long the
long
season is.
season. It goes into the
Okay,
fall, so we got some time.
okay,
But
there you go.
if the board would just give Landon more money, no, I don't know how much
Look,
more
what
money
you
is
gotta do.
there.
Look, what you gotta do is you gotta hire Isaiah, so that way you can fire Isaiah.
There's
That's what you
only
gotta
one
do.
way to be able to fire Isaiah, which always
You
fixes
gotta
your
hire
problems.
him.
You
Of
gotta hire him
course,
first, and that fool don't
exactly.
come cheap.
No,
So
no, he doesn't.
just think about it. Something to kind of take an eye at.
We got,
Just
we
maybe
gotta
consider whenever
fire Isaiah.
we gotta fire Isaiah.
The
Every call,
2000s solution for all of the Knicks problems.
every call, the first call, fire Isaiah.
Mike, first time, long time. Look, we all know we gotta fire Isaiah.
Jimmy Dolan doesn't know what he's doing with this team. He's running us into the ground. He's a bluesman. He's not a basketball guy. He's a bluesman. Old slow hand Jimmy Dolan. Well, there's your boy. Speaking of, let's just dive right into that. The other team that he owns, freaking
Yes.
Rangers.
Mm.
Well, they were eliminated the other night in pretty spectacular fashion. Well, I don't know if it's spectacular or gruesome fashion, but Tom Wilson just went full savage and basically tried to kill a guy and didn't really get any kind of fine or suspension at all. I mean, yes, but not really. If we're really talking about it,
he got a $5,000 fine for a guy that makes $5.6 million a year.
$5,000, yeah. So he's really hurting. He's really hurting on that. But the outrage across the league was pretty widespread. Even Tyler pointed out, George Rock was not down. Give me a one game contract. I mean, he's probably like late 40s now.
He's still huge, though. He's still huge.
He's still huge, and
terrifying.
we know he can fight on skates. So
Yeah.
that's a dangerous guy. And, once you get into like Marty McSorley kind of territory, people that can actually do things on skates enough and fight and know how to be dirty. Someone, look, what did Bodie say? It's just like, he got to fall. He got to fall. Like, kind of like, kind man, he got to fall. Someone is going to get his ass. Tom Wilson, he has a long history of being a dickhead. There's guys in hockey that's been like that forever. But it just seems like kind of get the kid glove penalties. And I feel like even now with all sports sort of softening or different things coming out, hockey, they still let you fight because they just let you fight. But someone's going to get him. Someone's going to get him, and it's going to be on and popping. And look, the Rangers are eliminated, but we saw earlier, this is how the game started.
Puck drop, both lines forwards just start brawling.
And
3
really,
fights
dude,
all at once.
If you're eliminated anyway, even if you're not, what else are you going to do? I mean, Wilson was straight, like, banging this guy's head into the ice. Like, if you have any self-respect at all, you've got to just come at this dude. Like, you can't, like, feel fit to wear the jersey again. If I ever see that guy, it's going to be a misunderstanding. Like, on sight. This, like, fades on sight is the ultimate definition of this. And you could see 1 second in, fighting penalty. Every single person, it's a line brawl. That's what has to happen in that case. Look, I know people want to bash hockey for that. I won't. I never will. And
never.
Only, some of the stuff is like baseball where they're throwing at guys. Like, that gets into like pettiness. Like, sometimes it's deserved. Most of the time, it's just hurt feelings, people being stupid. But in hockey, it's like, oh, we could work this out right now. Like, come on then. Like, next time I see you, it's going to be a misunderstanding.
Justin, you're actually not far off because the defensemen didn't fight. They actually just kind of like stood back and watched. So you're not too far off from that.
Well,
But
look. Unfortunate for the Rangers, Nick's Rangers. I'm assuming the CEO of the program. But yes, they were eliminated. But at least, like, literally, this is the only thing that you could possibly do in this next game, the last game we're going to play against them this season, I believe, is just bang out. As soon as they drop the puck, everyone fight. Just look at someone and just hit them. Just punch them in the face.
look, and that's what they did, and they did it all game. I mean, I did unfortunately didn't have the Bucks with all the penalty minutes here, but I think there were something like 6 people with at least 15 penalty minutes this entire game, which that's 3 fights a person. For, if you do the math. Um, Look, I mean, and a big problem was that with this is that the NHL forced the Rangers to police this. When like for those that I don't think we explained it. For those that didn't see it, what Tom Wilson did was he there was a play at the net, big pile up. He kind of shoved Pavel Buknevich's face in the ice and threw a cheap shot. That started some more stuff going on, and then he basically grabbed Artemi Panarin, he was one of the big players for the Rangers, grabbed him by the head and basically pile drove him straight into the
Just
ice. Which
straight down.
He's actually out for the rest of the regular season, which I know is only 3 games, but still, um, big deal. And Panarin's kind of one of like the up and coming stars of the league. So, when you're not going to protect your stars, the NHL came out and they said, yeah, $5,000 fine, which is the most allowed by their CBA, no suspension. If that's all you're going to do, of course the Rangers are going to say, well, if you're not going to do something, then we will. So, that's the NHL's fault.
Look, like I said, I've played on a lot of hockey teams. I've watched a lot of hockey. The NHL went through a weird phase there where it was way too sensitive, I thought, as far as like if anyone gets hurt, guys are getting overly fined and suspended. And we were talking about this before the show. Our beloved George Peros, economics major at Princeton and Ducks legend, is currently the head of discipline, whatever that means. I guess that means he could show up and just fight someone. I mean, that would probably be the best way to do it.
He's the director of player safety.
Okay, well anyway, at that point, look, dude, we're eliminated. Our guy just got blasted in front of everyone. The league didn't do anything. If you have any self-respect as a teammate, you're just punching someone. As soon as you see him, you got to throw. Like, that's it. Like,
on site. It's on site.
It is on site. So that's where it's at. So I don't have any problem with the Rangers in this regard. Wilson has been a troll. I mean, I saw yesterday on NHL Network, which also made me laugh. They had Jody Shelley, one of the other classic enforcers in the AHL, talking about how, oh yeah, that was pretty disgraceful. Like, and then they're showing his like, he has 17,000 penalty minutes or whatever it was. Like, okay, well, this guy knows a thing or two about being disgraceful. Like, he was down to fight all the time, and even he was like, nah, man, that's a pretty bad look. I don't know. Like, if I was the other team, all bets are off. You just take this guy out. And that's what happened. But look, man, if the league is not going to step in and fine a guy more than $5,000, which, as Tyler pointed out, he makes $5.6 million a year, which is a ton for hockey. They got to fall. Someone got to get them. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. You're going to get got at some point. Everything happens fast out there. Maybe things happen that, didn't see him. Like, things will happen to you. So keep your head on a swivel out there.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I mean, as soon as Wilson stepped, I think he didn't play the first shift, but as soon as he stepped on the ice for the second shift, like as soon as he stepped on the ice, somebody was in his face looking for a fight. And
no, a guy came across, like straight across as he was on the opposite side from the bench, like hacked him one time, and it was like, let's go right now.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I see you, I'm gonna flip you over. And look, Wilson, he knows how to handle himself. Like, obviously,
he does.
Fighting.
He does.
So he's not going to be like an easy, just like mark to take down. But I think beyond the Rangers, even, I think this might extend a little bit past. Like, you're gonna have a little bullseye on you, bro. So watch out, because everyone's gonna try to take a run at you, deservedly so, because that was kind of a goon move.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see if it'll happen because I mean, like, most teams only have like 3 or so games left of the regular season. I'm curious if it'll happen now or if they could. I mean, in the playoffs, playoffs. You don't really see that much gooning and fighting. Kind of teams can't really afford it. So I'm curious to see if it'll like all like just come like crazy in these last few games, or if maybe next season teams are just going to be like, it's on. Like as soon as you're on the ice, it's on.
I think there's going to be a little carryover effect because this guy's been taking runs at guys, injuring people at different times, for years. So
yeah,
his reputation precedes himself, and this just is like the current high watermark in a long line of incidents where people are going to be wanting to get, a couple words and or fists in with this guy. Just like let him know what needs to happen and not happen. But on that note, actually, before we get into this, I do want to bring in the CEO of the program on the Sabores Colombiana Celebrity Hotline. We do have Nick joining us.
What's up, boss?
From Palatial.
Oh,
wait.
What
are you good over there? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
Nick
joining us from scenic Mission Valley, sipping his glass of wine in his ivory tower as he looks down on us.
I'm sure that wine has been aged at least 50 years.
Well, 70. Close.
Okay, there we go.
Almost. We can only hope. But
sure.
I'm more of a $2 Chuck guy myself. But thank you for joining us, CEO.
Yeah.
I would assume just by proxy that you would be a Rangers fan. I guess. I mean, what other team would you root for?
Well, my thing is, are the Flyers eliminated?
Let's take a look here. I don't believe they are, but they're probably perilously close. They are eliminated. Never mind. They are eliminated.
All right. There we go.
So you can tell your friend or great friends of the show, Amanda, that the Suck It Flyers is going to be a thing now.
Well, you know what? Let them fight too. But I'm just
saying,
saying,
Willies, baby.
Tom Wilson, someone is going to come for your ass. That's all I'm saying. That's going to be continuous.
Every match will be every game will be a fight the minute the puck drops now. You get hands. Shorzy, you're not safe anymore.
Carlos Rossi in a fancy glass is still Carlos Rossi. Justin, coming for that ass.
He's a Cowboys fan. Let him have his shine.
Well, before we get into the rest of the program here, I did want to bring up, because, as you know, we are the Astros Shame Tour 2020 Show of Record 2021. Excuse me. All fans across baseball got cheated with these empty stadiums. Not because they couldn't go. Yes, that did suck. But mostly because we cannot just voraciously boo and assault the Astros. So, yes. Cease checking in. But credit, look, the Astros had a homestand, then they went to Tampa Bay. Pretty much
another homestand, because who goes to Tampa Bay Rays games?
Maybe no one. It's kind of like being in the bubble. It's like no one's there. So they jumped back into the deep end in a big way. First time back to New York. And look, we're Dodger fans here. I'm not going to sit here and act like I like the Yankees, but I knew the Yankee fans would do what needed to be done, and that's exactly what they did.
Batting third at third base, number 2, Alex Bregman. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 44, Rodon Alvarez. Batting fifth at first base, number 10, Yuli Gurriel.
Lusty booing. I mean, and Yankee fans, they don't even need a reason to boo. They boo their own team. Like, they're already mad at them this season.
True.
But it continued on. We had Altuve was really wearing it big time. Wow, he's a little guy. He doesn't know. But they were rocking his ass all night.
No.
So I've seen the wide stadium shot where everyone was just on his ass the entire time. The audio was not as good though, so we got the bleacher video.
That sounds like an ECW crowd at the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Yeah.
And then one other one that I just liked because there was at least one, probably more, but at least one that I have on video. Inflatable trash can, as is tradition.
Yeah.
That was taken away by security, which was very shameful on the part of whatever company runs the security there at Yankee Stadium. But my guy was desperately walking back up the aisle to get his inflatable trash can back, and also take special note of the handoff from his buddy that gives him the Bud Light as he's following the security guard. Hey man, let me get my can back.
Flawless execution right there.
Smooth handoff. Yeah, that's better than Danny Dimes can hand the ball off.
No, Danny Dimes would have fell on the third step. I mean, once he saw pay dirt. Oh, he's down. He's down.
Ouch.
That was a flawless handoff, man.
Yeah, and he kept the momentum going forward.
Yeah, that was nice.
It would be crazy if he would have took it and then sipped and kept going as well.
I don't know where the Astros go after here. I haven't looked yet. I can only hope. Maybe Boston, because they're just as drunk and ridiculous. Even though they had their own cheating scandal. But I'm sure, Boston guys never going to hold back. And that will be super hyped up. So waiting for that. But now, look, you can't hide on these homestands and in Tampa Bay forever. At a certain point, you're going back on the road. People are going to get in that ass. So Astros.
Looks like they're going back home against Toronto.
Against Toronto. All right, but after that, someone's going to clap them. That's all I know. And also, shout out again to this guy. I love this guy. Whoa, hey.
Just a flawless hit. Man, I really impressed. Like, if Mel Kiper saw that handoff, he'd be losing his mind, moving that guy way up the draft board.
Yeah.
Actually, Astros are lucky. They're going to be home for a while. Looks like the next road game isn't.
It's all right.
The next road season isn't until the 18th at the A's.
It's okay.
Who did a good job to start the year. Let's see if they can improve on it.
The A's did start it off with aplomb. And even the Angels, maybe I wouldn't say like notoriously mild, but they got after it. They got after it big time. There was big scenes going on. So, and those are the teams that play all the time. So it's not going away. You will go back to these stadiums and it will continue to be on. So, and, with this apparent month of mostly home games, that just means more road games as we go forward. I would not be surprised to see Royal fans getting in there, Tiger fans, people just light them up. I don't care. Just everyone just boo them.
And it's a full season, so yeah, more to come.
More, I can only hope. I can only assume.
Hopefully. Look, they got the 2-game series in LA later in the year. That one's just going to be brutal. That's going to be so brutal.
If they come to San Diego, I definitely want to see how Padre fans are going to act to that as well.
I don't believe they're. Are they? I have to check that out.
I'm trying to remember how their NL West schedule lines. No, you're right, because I think they're in LA and San Francisco. I think they get the Padres at home. I don't know.
One other thing I wanted to hit on while we have the CEO on the program. He was at the Padre game last night. Great seats, by the way. Very jealous. Thank you for your service. Great discount there. Getting on the what appeared to be like the third or fourth row. But, America's favorite, Angel Hernandez.
invent himself, and especially on a team like this.
And the 1-1. Angel Hernandez is in midseason form.
Yeah. It's not making.
Who was not present.
Oh!
Whoa, hey.
Angel Hernandez in midseason form.
He was not present last night, but Nick did throw a quick word out to the third base umpire, so I just want Nick to sort of recount some of that before we talk about his exploits last night.
Yeah, so at that point, I came about like 4 beers in, and I was like, hey, you know what? Let me have a conversation with the I was like, hey, 59. I was like, no, not you, that third baseman, 59, the guy working next to you. So he looks over, and I'm like, what are your thoughts on Angel Hernandez? And I shit you not. He looks over, pulls his mask down, fuck him. I was like, oh!
Fuck. Look, if I was an umpire, I'd hate that guy too, because he just makes you all look like idiots.
I was like, classic.
So, yes, we have last night. He was actually present in a Royals game. And, yes, he basically just called it out because he admitted that he could not see it. So, just when in doubt, call him out. Good old Angel.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was a fly ball that went between 2 outfielders, and Hernandez couldn't see it. So he just assumed one of the guys caught it. So he called him out, which led to a bit of a mix-up on the base paths, which eventually the umpires came together and corrected. But Angel Hernandez did, in a quote, actually say, "I guess wrong," which that's a good quote for an umpire to say. I guess you're there to be the definitive answer for things, and you said, "I guess wrong." And then, of course, I think an inning later, he had another signature Angel Hernandez overturned call at first base where he called Franmil Reyes out on a play that he was clearly safe on, which then did lead to, after the game, my favorite thing. I saw this earlier today. Terry Francona was asked about it, and he said, "I just told Angel, why is it always happening when you're here?"
Why are you the way that you are? Why are you so terrible at your job? Why do you continue to torment all of us, fans, managers, players? Just why? Why?
It's kind of like that old adage of, like, what is it they say? You know, if you run into one asshole in the morning, you ran into an asshole. If you run into assholes all throughout the day, you're the asshole. Like,
that,
I think it kind of goes out.
I feel like that does bear out. And in this case, never been more true. But Angel Hernandez, apparently unfireable. Just thank God that he cannot get in the World Series because, as the court said, he is just bad at his job. So
he is legally declared a terrible umpire.
You are incompetent, but we can't fire you.
Man. I mean, now you see why the ump said, fuck him.
So, folks, look, if there's anything you can take from this, it's get yourself a union job because they're not going to get rid of you.
Hey, it's a union gig. We're still on the clock.
So I remember I said it's a long season with the Astros, so it's pretty much like an ongoing to be continued every away game. We've got 162 games, a full season of Angel Hernandez. So
oh God, I can only imagine the first time the Astros and Angel Hernandez get together. I can't wait.
Mayhem.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Oh boy.
But one other bit of baseball news, and this was brought up to Tyler and I's attention by the no-hitter jinxer of record on the program. And, unashamedly so. But we have to bring in on the Canada Steakburger Celebrity Hotline, Canada Steakburger 35 12 University Avenue, Canada Steakburger. It's not Canadian. It's just some okay burgers. No ID Justin coming in the program. No ID Justin, how are we doing this evening?
I'm good, man. How's everybody doing?
Oh, I haven't seen you in years. How have you been?
I mean, it hasn't been that long. That's quite the exaggeration. You sound like one of my children right now, but that's okay.
Years,
I know. I haven't seen you. I haven't seen you since the last time you promised me that shirt.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, what's up with the shirt, bro?
Yeah, I still got both there. They're probably like, is he ever picking up this shirt? It's still here.
Yeah. No, it's good to see you. I've been, like work's been hectic, so it's been tough to make the show. So I'm glad I get to sit in with you fine gentlemen this evening.
Good to see you as well. As you pointed out earlier, uh,
Jaime, you may be onto something here.
hey, that could be a new joint venture between the Canada Steak Burger and some other, entrepreneurs that I know personally. But we'll dive into that.
I will.
Um, Justin pointed out no hitter alert, which I automatically assumed was just going to be either this guy's going to probably get Tommy John surgery or give up 4 grand slams consecutively. But no, John means no, and gets that no hitter. Shout out to the Oreos, Ostros, Natty Bows, getting that no. Gotta love to see that. 113 pitches. Also, I like to see that too because the only thing, like, Padre fans are freaking out, and really it's like they're having the same kind of problem as the Dodgers, like in both ways, where they really play well against that other team, and then they just can't hit for shit against any other team. Like the Padres had, I think, 7 hits in the last 2 games against the Pirates, and the Dodgers have had similarly miserable performances. But every time they get together, it's always a good series. But shout out, dude, something good for the Orioles. Like, just have anything good for the Orioles. I'm happy for that. So I'm sure Mel Kiper's jacked up about it.
Also, even crazier is I've never seen a no hitter in this case where the one base runner was actually from a dropped third strike. I've never seen I've seen errors, I've seen walks, I've seen hit by pitch, all that. I've never seen one on a drop third strike where the guy got to base, and then he immediately got caught stealing. So Means actually faced the minimum in his no hitter.
Man, I'd be pissed if I was him, but I'll take the no hitter. But yeah, that does kind of suck. But again, like I said, for the Orioles, just take the win. Take any win you can get, because it's been a life of pain out there as an Orioles fan, watching all your good players leave, just getting pounded on by the Yankees and Red Sox forever, seemingly. And now the Blue Jays are good. The Rays have been good. Just being the punching bag, basically, of that whole division. So shout out to the Orioles. I'm happy for them.
It's bittersweet though. Now I'm ruining no hitters at like a 98% clip this season as opposed to a 100% clip. So
there goes your perfect game of ruining no hitters.
But I believe you two gentlemen know just as well. Like I do have the power to work that in our favor at times. So should the Dodgers befall an offensive slump for the beginning of a game, I have the ability through just my words or a simple text to change that immediately. So
that's true. That's true.
Swerve the outcome.
Take the good with the bad.
Well, I'm not worried about you
jinxing
any Dodger no hitter because times are tough right now. But you know what? We'll get back together. I'm not. It's not the end of the world. That's more of a Padre fan kind of thing right now. Like, we suck. We spent all this money. We're freaking out. I'm like, dude, it's barely May. Like, you spent all the money. You got the good players. Like, let it ride out a little bit. Like, freak out in July or August.
Yeah, look, I don't want to date. Oh, I was gonna say I don't want to date myself age-wise, but nobody but the Dodgers have been NL West champs for my entire 30s. You know what I mean? Like, so there's not, like, I'm not too concerned this early in the season. Just to echo what Ronnie was saying. But yeah, there is a few things that kind of scare me. I'm gonna start the campaign that it's because Kike's not there. We lost the glue. That's it. Kike's gone. We don't have the glue.
Honestly, Justin, I would say let's just get Puig back, dude. Let's just sign him. We need an energy guy. We need a guy that will get the fans circling around him, and then once everyone's healthy again, maybe come off the bench with some energy. But right now, I'd be down to see some Puig out there. Like, screw it, dude. I don't want to see Edwin Rios strike out like 5 times a game.
Okay, so that's what I was just gonna say. Let's test your no hitter experiment because Edwin Rios is going through a no hitter of his own type for like a month now.
Yes.
Because he
So
never
maybe
hit.
so maybe you can declare Edwin Rios as having a no hitter, and that'll kind of like maybe turn things around for him.
Yeah. Edwin Rios, man. Hey, no hitter alert, guys. Edwin Rios, no hitter alert.
No hitter for the last month.
I'm gonna be honest, full disclosure. The other night when we're going into extras and they pinch hit Will Smith, and Will Smith gets the triple, the 2-run triple. I literally was about to text you guys. Rios is due, man. Like he's, so. But I'm glad, obviously the end result didn't matter. I knew that was a game that we were kind of destined to fall short in just because of the amount of pitching and bodies we'd used. But that is one thing that you're seeing, we're carrying more pitchers and we don't have near the depth, we don't have near the bench depth, the positional player depth that we've had in previous seasons. So it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, look, they'll get through it. It's still early enough where it's not like you guys have said. I'm not overly concerned. It's incredibly frustrating, especially last year, considering the Dodgers never had a slump, even though it was a sprint rather than marathon. But yeah, they'll be fine.
Yes. Tamales. Give me some tamales, please.
Ooh, there you go.
And don't put Kenley Jansen on the screen. That tends to cause diarrhea in certain cases and high stress levels. So I don't need that right now.
I mean, it's
also
not...
don't put that on the screen because we will get taken down.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That is copyrighted.
And guess who's getting?
You're in charge of this whole operation.
Yeah, guess who's getting the fine? It's not going to be Tyler, entity, unknown business entity. Ronnie, unknown business entity. It's going to be you, buddy.
I'll eat it.
Triller's already coming after me and Mike.
Mike.
God only knows. So I don't need those kind of problems. But yes, please. Copyrighted information only. Let's keep that copyrighted. Keep that safely protected. Unless, of course, there is express written consent. But, I don't like to usually deal with Manfred in that way. So, we have an understanding. I don't talk to him. He doesn't talk to me. And we get along that way. Yes, also, it does kind of remind me of GoldenEye, the four-way. All golden guns, all rocket launchers. Just a straight classic. But
no
odd
job.
I don't know, Tyler. Yeah, Remote Mines, dude. Remote Mines was my jam.
Oh, slappers only, bro. Slappers only. No odd job.
Yes.
RCP 90, my friends. RCP 90.
Overkill. Fucking overkill. Stop. Don't help me. Stop.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's gonna help you, dude. There's no way to stop.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
If he's awake, he's pumping and dumping on something. But thank you. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for your comments. I don't really have a lot much else to say. Light Wednesday, but some good news out there. Look, I hope for the next 5 years that every time the puck drops, they just kill the Capitals, the Rangers. I'm not even a Rangers fan. Oh, wait, yes, I do want to talk about this. Chelsea in the Champions League final against Man City. Football's coming home. It's coming home.
If we got Justin on, we got to talk soccer. I mean, come on.
Justin soccer takes, of course.
Absolutely.
Pulisic with the assist. Our guy. I'm still holding out hope that he will be MVP of the Champions League final, but we will see what happens there.
Stop it.
Yeah,
I was just going to say, you'll see that, Chelsea triumphed over the real Madrid as opposed to the false Madrid or the imposter Madrid, which,
Imitation Madrid.
as you know, back in the 1800s was a rival team coming out of Madrid. So,
soccer facts, folks. Soccer facts. That's it. That's all Justin brings us.
And that's why we pay him.
But Yeah, I mean, you can see there we're getting a all English final in the Champions League, which actually we're getting a preview of this game because they're playing this upcoming Saturday in Premier League, and then they're playing again. I don't know what's going on there.
I think there's some kind of situation happening back there.
Definitely. Is.
Oh, PETA, don't cancel us. Come on. All right, take them off the solo view. That's abuse, brother.
Oh,
That's assault.
That's assault, brother.
You got anything to
But
say?
yeah, getting the All English Champions League. So had to give that shout out. Glad we got Justin Soccer Take on here. Always glad we can bring that to the people. Justin always spitting knowledge to us normal folk.
It's a beautiful game.
There we
Beautiful
go.
game. And the last thing I want to say is, and we may, have some kind of fan vote. I myself am leaning towards. Look, we know Quarantine Kings as a name. It's maybe aging a little bit. The one that's been kicked around in the boardroom, maybe Orange Tier Kings, but we will see what happens. Maybe just go unquarantined Kings. Who knows? But it seems like, for the most part, I can only speak for, I guess, all four of us here in California. Things are going the right way as far as you can get out and actually go to an indoor sporting event. And lo and behold, things like that. So concerts coming back. It seems like everything is sort of getting back in the right way. So encouraged by that, but we are open to suggestions for the name change. So hit us up in the comments on Twitter, wherever you can find us, and we will have some announcement on that coming soon, pending CEO approval, of course.
Of course. Yeah, other than that, guys, anything else? Justin, Nick, anything else you guys want to drop before we get out of here tonight?
Shout out to the umpire. Shout out to the umpire.
Yeah, absolutely.
On Angel Hernandez. In the words
It's
of...
just saying what we're all thinking.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
And imagine if you got to work with that guy sometimes. Like, God, I hate that guy. He's a dick.
I was just gonna chime in real quick. Whatever the name is changed to is really irrelevant. Can we just find a way to get Bruce Smith as the logo? Work him into the logo somehow. Somehow.
You gotta make sure you have the wide screen if you're gonna do that, though.
Super wide, like panoramic, like maybe 8K.
Yeah. What if we were able to find a way to stretch the name of the show across the back of that man's jersey?
It's doable. That is definitely doable.
I think we might be able to pull that off.
That is definitely doable.
I could see what I could work up.
Yeah. Oh, one last chime. Padres fans, give Tatis Jr. give him a break. I know he signed the big contract, but we shouldn't be saying, what the fuck do we pay him for?
To play good. But I think he's been hurt this whole time, so he's actually acquitting himself decently well. Like, still doing what he is doing, which is making a lot of errors, still hitting home runs.
We thank Mookie Betts every day here in LA and still feel he's underpaid. So how about that?
Bless up.
Fernando, you can come this way, buddy. Come on.
Ooh, that's a big contract. That is a big contract.
We got money. Come on, we got that Magic Johnson money, baby. Yeah. It don't matter. That's money is no object.
That Guggenheim money, baby.
Print it.
We haven't even gotten that money from SoFi Stadium rolling in yet, bro.
Oh, and we're gonna be caking so hard.
Bro, LA's got the Olympics coming. They got money.
Well, hopefully we do have an Olympics this year. Well, remains to be seen. But
who even knows anymore?
Anyway, I don't want to dive too much into that.
There's so much blackmailing going on during the Olympics, too.
Thank you guys sincerely. I'm getting a little robot voice there, Justin. Where you at? You back on?
There we go. Now he's at. Yeah.
I think you're delayed, too. It was a little behind.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Let me go back inside. Last I saw, the Dodger game was actually in extra innings, which is super annoying. But as is tradition. So we'll take a look at that, and we will get back with you guys on Friday. Thank you, as always, all the love, all the appreciation for your comments, call-ins. Happy Cinco de Mayo. The most Mexican thing I could do is pull up my Raiders cup. So I love you all, and I wish you all a good night.
All the Dodgers had to run, like, get that away from us.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Justin, Nick, thank you as always for coming on the show, jumping on, having some fun. But we will be back here on Friday. A lot more sports news, breaking down whatever's going on the weekend. We love you guys. You know the drill. Keep the fire.
Keep the fire.
At the buzzer,